Are you hurting? Then you should pray. Are you happy? Then you should sing songs of praise. Are you sick? Then you should call the church elders to pray over you and anoint you with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer that is offered in faith will heal the sick person. The Bible teaches us that problems and pain and suffering, and yes, even illnesses, are a part of God's discipling process for building our Christ-like character in bringing us to full maturity.
My dad actually has cancer. He has stage 4 pancreatic cancer. His doctors told him that he has about 4 weeks to live. This was on the 1st of September, just last year. In 2 weeks, my dad got his house in order, and he bought the plots of land that he is going to be buried in. It's hard. It was hard for him. Did we cry? Yes. Do we still sometimes cry? Sure. Have we prayed for healing? Absolutely. Why? Because God does miracles. I look at my dad today, and he's still alive. He's not who he used to be physically, but you look him in his eyes, and you see that the windows of the soul are his eyes. He is solid as a rock. You know what? He doesn't know exactly what's going on in his body, and the doctors don't know why he's still here, but he knows that we can pray for a miracle, and if God heals him, well, we're going to thank God. If God doesn't choose to heal him of cancer, we're going to thank God, because finally he goes home. You see, he knows that he's a citizen of heaven passing through. And in fact, if you look in your Bibles, every miracle that Jesus personally laid his hands on and healed the blind and the lepers, guess what? They all got buried in the end too, no? Why does that happen? Because we're not meant to stay here on earth forever. We are indeed citizens of heaven passing through. We were created to be eternal beings. I had a disease in my spine called a syrinx. When I was 19, my doctor told me, "We're sorry, we have some sad news. Not only were you born without arms and legs, but you were born with a disease where your spine turns into nothing. We're going to have to put metal rods in your back. Not only do you have no limbs, you're going to be paralyzed for the rest of your life in bed." He said, "You got holes here, here, and here, and we can't do anything about it." 10 years later, I had some back problems, and I started feeling my nerves in my back being pinched. We got MRI scans. Guess what? One of the 3 holes completely closed. 2 years later, the second hole closed. And just the November that just went by, we confirmed with Western doctor's report, we don't know how this happened, but Nick Vujicic has no more holes in his spine.
It's the first time I'd swallowed in 3 years without feeling like I was being choked. And when I said I don't understand this right now, that doesn't mean that I didn't understand healing. I just got through telling everybody I believe God heals. But what was happening was it was happening to me. I don't understand this right now. Trust me, if God touches you, that's the least of the things you might say. I don't understand this right now. It's one thing for God to be in the Bible. It's one thing for God to be a philosophy. It's one thing for God to touch somebody else. But when God touches you, I don't understand this right now. Because the first thought that comes to your mind, and it's the truth, I don't deserve this. And you don't. And that's what grace is about. I said, "Doc, I need to see you." He said, "No, I need to see you." And he looked at me and he said, "Watch." And you can literally watch scar tissue grow in my throat. So like time-lapse photography, all the video that we had shot over that 3-year period, you watched all of that grow in my throat. He said, "Now watch this." and he played the video from that day. And the video from that morning shows that all that scar tissue was in my throat is gone. David Rosenfield is pointing at the screen, and he's got tears rolling down his cheeks. And he's saying to me, Duane, I could explain away your ability to speak. I could simply say that nerve tissue that was destroyed by that flu virus spontaneously regenerated, and nobody would argue with me because I'm the expert. And he wasn't being arrogant. He was telling the truth. He is. But he pointed to that screen, and he kept doing this, like this. He said, but I can't explain that. He said, what makes scar tissue is you can't get rid of it. It doesn't go away, and it's gone. I'm walking out of the doctor's office. He looked at me and he said, Duane, I just got to tell you one thing. I cannot find any evidence that you ever had a voice problem. And I walked out the door rejoicing. Folks, when Jesus comes, things are dramatically changed. His forgiveness is real. His healing is real. All the things that God promises, they're all real. And they're all available to you.